This is the second demonstration of the snorkel system on the Los Angeles Class 688I improved model. And what I've done is I've adjusted the snorkel vent tube so that I maintain positive buoyancy. And interestingly enough, I can still submerge the craft completely while retaining the ability to resurface. So here we go. Taking on ballast water, the bow is going to submerge while the stern comes up a bit. The hull is leveling. The bow is starting to submerge now. There we go. And there you can see the snorkel is venting. So I'm going to go to neutral on the ballast pump. You can see it's still venting a little bit out of the top there. And we're going to come to an equilibrium here with about 1 inch of the sail out of the water. Maybe 1 1/4 of an inch. Looks like about 1/2 inch of the rudder is out of the water. And we've stabilized at this point. Now I've been able to reason that the main ballast tank fills up some with the air inside compressing slightly, which is what's going to happen now. I'm going to take on more ballast water. And even though it's going to be venting that ballast water right through the top, the little bit of additional ballast water it takes in is enough to give us negative buoyancy for a little bit. And then the snorkel jet on the top is actually going to act as a thruster, keeping us down. So here we go. Once the sail's underwater, look at that. We've got a negative thruster. Alright, so I've gone neutral on the ballast. And now we're rising back to the surface again. You can still see a little bit of ballast water venting from the top. So we're taking on a little bit of water, enough to make us negatively buoyant, but the pressure inside the sub forces out the excess ballast water and restores positive buoyancy. Okay, we're going to try it again one more time. There we go. And once the sail's beneath the water, the snorkel acts as a downward thruster. Now I'm going to use that downward thruster here for a few seconds to try to keep us underwater. Oh, barely broke the top there. Let's see if I can do better here. There we go. And would you look at that? We can actually stay below the surface using the ballast thrust created by the snorkel tube. You can see the reaction on the surface of the water. Now I'm giving full power to the ballast pump here, so it's actually quite a bit of thrust it's generating. And we're taking on that slight bit of additional water, which gives us negative buoyancy. Now we're not on the bottom, but we're not surfacing either. There we go, full power to the ballast. And once again, we're going down. Okay, now I'm going to put the radio right here. And the sub comes back up on its own. It's going to take a few seconds to stabilize here. It's going to rock forward and backwards. Now look at that. Now I'm going to take it to the bottom one more time here. And you notice it was floating, stern facing up a little bit, bow facing down. Here it comes off the bottom, bow up. Now that's the way I balance the sub, so that it would come off the bottom, bow up. But it sits on the surface with a bow down posture. So it's a literal balancing act. All right, that concludes the second demonstration of the Snorkel Ballast system on the Los Angeles Class 688I model radio-controlled submarine.